Hi, this is Denise with Miller Homes Group. I'm one of the owners of the company and I have my own team here, Denise Miller Team. And today I'm going to go over zip forms with you guys. First thing you want to do is go to the website, texasrealtors.com. When you're logged in, you'll log in with your email address and a password. Hopefully you've already got this account set up. If you don't, then you need to pause right here and go set that account up. And then we can move forward with zip forms. So once you log in, this is a screen that you're going to see. What we're looking for is the zip forms button right here. We're going to click on that and it's going to take you to the libraries of all the forms. And right here on the very first screen that you come to is all of your previous transactions. If you've never used zip forms, then obviously you won't have any transactions here, and you'll want to hit on this new button and create you a new transaction. What we're going to do is go ahead and create a new transaction just so that you know what it looks like. The very first step that you want to do is name that transaction. For this purpose, we're going to call this training, but what you would want to do here is put your client's first and last name in this. This makes it easy. If you do by last name, it'll alphabetize it and you'll be able to find your people a lot easier that way. Now, the next thing that you have to do is decide what type of transaction it is, whether it's a listing or a purchase or a lease. And then over here you have a property type, whether it's residential, commercial, vacant land, industrial, or multi-unit. Once you decide which one of these is going to apply, you just say purchase. We're going to do the purchase today, and then we're going to keep it on residential. Save the transaction, and now you can go into the library and start adding forms. So what you'll do on the right hand side of the screen is a little search box. So I want to type in 1 to 4 family contract. I'm going to tell it I want all libraries. Now we just need to find the form. So let me see where it, usually it just brings it up by itself. Let me try to do something else here. We've got new home. Here we go. 1 to 4 family residential contract. It's going to list everything over here for you, and you can change it and sort by alphabetical if you just don't know what the name of the form is. So 1 to 4 family right here, double click on it and it's going to bring it up. It's loading the document right now. We may be having some problems with the internet. Here we go. Okay, hopefully this comes through on your part, but these are all yellow spaces on the screen. What you do is you start by clicking onto the yellow screen and you're going to start filling out their name. So the first name of the seller, the full name, and then the first and last name of a second seller, if it's a wife, husband and wife. You put both of those in, it's going to start filling in that screen. I'm just going to put ABC because we're just training here and we don't really have to fill this out. Now, the buyer is going to be the same thing if you have 2 buyers. It's going to start plugging those in. Every spot that is yellow has to have something in it. That's a required field for you to fill out. It's probably, you may or may not need every single space on here, but just so long as you have the lot block, if there is one, you'll need the rest of the property subdivision address in here, and then the city, the county. Then you're going to want to put in the physical address of the property. So you go through and you put in all pertinent information into every one of the boxes. Every address, the physical address is carried over on the top of the screen. Earnest money. So you'll fill out every spot that's on the form. We won't go into that in great detail because every one of them is different. Once you get it filled out and down to the bottom, you'll want to make sure that you put your information representing buyer's agent or both, intermediary, and then you're going to put the office information on this side. Come down, and these will be filled out when you turn them into the title company and when you take the option check to the other agent. Once that's all filled out and you're satisfied with all of it, you're ready to save it. My suggestion to you is when you get one page done, go ahead and hit save. And the reason why is I've gotten 4 or 5 documents into a transaction before and lost everything, so you don't want that to happen. So we're going to save this really quickly. The computer is running extremely slow today. So it normally doesn't take this long. Okay, so that's done. You have some options here. You can email this document right now, or if you are meeting with your clients in a conference room in maybe 20 minutes and you want to print it, you can print it right here. You can print this form, or you can print multiple forms. So either way, you can email this, you can print it, or if you're not finished and you need to keep going, just come right back over here and you can start searching all over again. If you know your form, you can go ahead and start typing it in. Information about brokerage services, right here. Click on it, and it brings it up in front of you. If you want to date a form with today's date, you just click over the date anywhere along the date line and double click, and it will automatically auto-fill in today's date. That's not necessary. It's just an added step if you want to go ahead and have that in there. But you don't have to put the date in. You can have them date it when they sign it, and they'll need to sign on this line. Even though there's a spot down here and it has both their names filled in, it's still a signature page, so they need to sign on the line and date it. Again, save, because we've added a new document in, and now you're back to your choices. Again, you can print it or you can email it. If we want to email this form, click on the email multiple forms, because now we have 2 forms in. They'll be all lined up right here. You'll need to check all of them. Then you go over to the right hand side of the screen and you're going to type in the recipient's email address. So this is your buyer's, your client's email address that goes right here. In this subject, I would date it that it's an offer coming in on such and such property. Then I would go ahead and go down into the message box, put a little message in there for them. Now for this purpose, I'm just going to go ahead and send this to myself as a test. So I put the my email address in there, and I'm just going to type a little bit of nothing in the subject and a little bit of nothing in the message. Up here, I'm going to click on the send. That's it. Says up here in the little box, the document has been successfully sent, and you are finished. That is it for Zip Forms. That's how you start a transaction, and you can always go back into this transaction, add more documents if you need to. All right, thank you.